Have you reconnected with a lot of people?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. In some in really cool and profound ways. Like, I started thinking my parents, if they were alive, would both turn 100 this year.
Right.
And I started to think, I wonder if any of their friends are still alive. I'll bet you they're not, because they'd all be in their late 90s or even over 100. And I decided one day to call up the best man in their wedding. His name was Gene, and call him up in Flint. And I had an old number. I hadn't talked to him in years. And I just, on a lark, I just thought I'd call. A woman picks up the phone. And I'm thinking, oh, this is somebody else has got the number now. And I said, I was looking for Gene. And she says, Mike? She says, I'm his daughter. Oh my God. Well, then she's got to be like 80.
Right.
And so I said, oh, I hate to ask this question, but is Gene still with us? Why, yes, he's right here. Would you like to talk to him? And I'm like, wow. And she handed the phone to him. He was, completely lucid on top of it, all there. We had this great conversation about what's going on in the world, about the Detroit Tigers, about everything.
I think day, man.
Oh, wow. Well, it's just so, yes. And he made my day. And we agreed to stay in touch here. And I know that he's going to be here next year. It's just, I don't know that, but it just sounded like he was not done with life. And it was so inspiring to me. And so I've made a list of the people I know in their 90s.
Yeah.
And each week I try to call one of them. People maybe I haven't spoken to in a long time. So I've done that sort of thing. And I've connected with old friends. There are silver linings in this very dark time. And I've tried to look for them, because I'm not a person, Viggo, that can run very long on what my friend calls hopium. Hopey hope. It's like I believe in hope. I am an optimist. I'm not a cynic, but I'm a realist, and I know the dark time we're in. But I know that the only way I'm going to get through that is to find ways.
Yeah.
To sort of grab onto life and try to still experience it with people, even if it's in a virtual way.
Well, so that's with people, man. It's like the moment you have a conversation, first of all, there's always someone that's doing worse than you are. That's for sure.
Right.
But more than that, everybody has fears and doubts. And we sometimes get into ruts, whether we're young or old, where we think, it's almost like I'm the only person that's feeling this way. And that's not true. We can live alone if we choose to.
Right.
But we don't have to be isolated or think we're the only person that has fears and doubts. We can share those fears and doubts with people. And one way to do it is just calling someone up. Yeah. Another way is to make a movie and share a story that might make them think about things that you can't even imagine they would think about.
Right.
Ideally, that movie story is interesting enough to them that it becomes their movie more than yours by the time they're done seeing it. And then you've communicated. You might not meet that person, but they saw it. They got something from something you were feeling and sharing.
Yes.
It made them think about something. It made them come out of their corner. It's like, whoa, yeah, there's other people that have something like that. That makes me think, you know what? I haven't called this person for a long time. That made me think of a person that I don't get along with, or we used to be friends. I'm going to call him up, just like the pandemic is doing that. It's like, okay, we've been fighting forever, but now I wonder if he's sick.
Right.
Last time we spoke, it was hateful. And, we hung up on each other, whatever. We said everything to each other, horrible. I'm going to call him or her up, And I think, this is one of the things in the story, too. I won't drag us back in too much, but, the old man who has dementia, this and that, there's a point, but it should always be this way. But there certainly is a point when someone is at a certain age, certainly if they have dementia, it's like, it's too late to argue. It's too late to correct people. It's too late to hate people. At a certain point, you got to just say, how can I serve you? What you should always do good friends, how can I, on some level, serve you? If I care, then I care about what you feel and what you need and what you
Right.
want. Even
Right.
if we don't agree, how do I serve you? That's, if we did more of that, I think we wouldn't be in such a rut communication.
Right.
But that's another podcast, I suppose.
Yes. When I wrote to you